Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Thursday market webcast. Okay, so election results still pending. Not much going on today. Kind of a relaxing day. Just some election results and the Fed at 2 o'clock. So the hits just keep on coming on a lot of catalysts this week. So 2 p.m. Fed, 2:30 Powell does his press conference. What we're seeing here is, so in 2016, it tended to be, Trump wins, tape goes up. Looked like Clinton was going to win, tape goes down. I think what we're seeing here is known versus unknown. Stability, are we going to have a winner versus not have a winner? And I think a lot of what happened last night is you're starting to see that whoever that may be, I don't think the tape necessarily cares at this point. Maybe they'll care in the future. But I think what the tape is seeing, what the tape is saying is they want a winner. So we were down around 34, 34.40, 34.30. They tried to break VWAP last night on a couple of occasions. They had a couple areas open as deep as 34.13. You had daily midband down there. You had hourly midband down there. They couldn't get it done. So we were short from the afternoon. We got a lot less on that than I thought we were going to get because it didn't break down. So we ended up getting out of that in the mid 40s, and then it was really the signature of the last couple of days has been a lot of chop in the inflections, where you're taking 2, 4, 8, 9 trades, a couple of flips to try to get into a move that's going to work. So what I did yesterday in the room, just to kind of give myself some perspective, was I started counting the trades. I started counting the trades we had to take. Even stop, even stop, even stop, even stop. Because there was an area yesterday afternoon, you had the 80 high, and then it came back in, and we chopped for about an hour. And it was in a 6 or 7 handle whip range, which really was one of the choppiest, roughest action that I've seen in a month and a half that's had a lot of choppy, whippy action. So if you got banged up there, if you didn't do well in that moment yesterday, you have got to cut yourself a break and put it in perspective. As far as that was a lot of whippy action. It was, you had a high, you had some lower highs, you had an initial hard breakdown, and then it just flatlined everybody for about 45 minutes, and then it came in. So what we ended up doing last night was we were just trying to find our car keys, around 40 to 44. We ended up getting long 41, 42, depending on where people got in. And overnight, that ends up being the one that runs. There was nothing more special about that one versus any of the other ones that we had tried and just kind of gotten whipped out of. So it's a tape that really, really wants to chew you up. It wants to make your broker a hero because it's taking a lot of trades. There's a couple different things I'm going to try in the room today to try to mitigate some of that. So for those of you that are in the chat room, we're going to work on those today. I have some ideas, and some of that stuff was playing out last night. But it's a great morning for us here. Took the middle up here, just shy of 3,500, and we still have a third of that trade working. And so the lay of the land going into the open today, you've got hourly mid 34.64, volume weighted average price 34.73. Our proprietary moving average is basically right here. It's 93 and change, and it's been holding price in for the last 20 minutes. The high is at 35.08. Looking back at the daily chart here, you've got a high 35.41 from back in October the 12th. If they continue to seek, you got to wonder what that's going to look like when we get there. Hourly chart. So here's your mid band, and it's been tested and it's been holding. You've had a couple of overshoots. Weekly pivot held Wednesday night in the overnight around that 33.20 area, and they've pretty much been walking it up ever since. So it was about a 100 handle range on election night, and a push down to weekly pivot, and then just, basically holding. They ran everybody up out of town yesterday morning, and they did 34.80 over time. Big push first thing in the morning. They brought it back a bit, and then it was this hour here, this 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock hour that just ground everybody up. Then they brought it in and they flatlined it into the close. So let's see what it wants to do. You got the daily mid-band there at 13. We have a new roundie to fight over here at 3,500, and it's been fighting on either side of that since it engaged it at 5:30 in the morning. So on a couple hours onward, we won't be taking any new trades going into regular session, whether we were in a runner or whether we were flat. I don't like trading pre-market. I never have. So we have to let 3,500 work itself out. I think we get more news today. And then we get into the Fed at 2:30. We'll see what the impact of the Fed is relative to the impact of the election. So there's just got a lot going on today. There's just a lot going on today. There's a lot going on every day, but you got a couple of massive catalysts happening at the same time today. And then we wake up tomorrow morning, 8:30, and we get jobs. So there's a ton going on this week. But watch that 3,500. Watch that hourly mid-band because it's wanted to be support. And if we do get into some kind of a runaway and hide move, watch 35.41. All right. Everybody have a fantastic day. Be safe. Be healthy. Take care. Be kind to each other. Trade them well. I'll see you tomorrow. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.